All right, guys, what's up? It's Jack, and welcome back to another video. And today I want to talk about something that actually may happen. Now, this is just kind of a theory, and we know the game is going to come out. We know XDefiant's going to come out in about 3 months, give or take a little bit, right? We know it's going to happen before September because September is the end of summer, and they said at the end of summer is at the latest when they're going to launch, right? Unless I'm mistaken, but that's the way I heard it, that's the way I interpret it. Okay. And plus, you've got all these other big titles that are going to release afterwards in that. So, if XDefiant wants to stay clear of all those and release later, it's going to have to be around December or January time. And I seriously don't think they're going to do that. And in some ways, it might even be counterproductive to do that, depending on which way you look at it. However, with all that being said, since we don't have an exact release date yet, and since we just had the final beta, and that the game is planning to release within the next 3 months, I have a theory that at least there's a 50% chance that this game might get shadow dropped. Now, there are two games out there that actually kind of did get shadow dropped in recent times. The first one is Halo Infinite, and the multiplayer released 3 weeks before the launch of the rest of the game, right? Or should I say the campaign, right? It didn't all release in one package. The multiplayer, I guess, in terms of where they wanted it, was ready to go at that particular time, 3 weeks ahead of time. Halo had like this footage come out, and then all of a sudden, Jason, I almost said Jason Statham. Anyway, he got on and basically said that the multiplayer journey begins today, like right now. So basically after that, people started logging into the multiplayer as soon as that was released. It was rumored that that would happen. And in even more recent time, there was a game that was promoted at one of the Xbox's showcases, Hi-Fi Rush. Not the latest showcase, but one of their major, live events. Hi-Fi Rush was revealed, and then guess what? All of a sudden they said, hey, available right now. So that's basically what a shadow drop is, to where, a game is shown, there's footage and stuff like that. And then as opposed to a release date, it's like available right now. So basically, if you think about it, Halo Infinite's multiplayer and Hi-Fi Rush itself were basically shadow dropped. More of a Hi-Fi Rush being shadow dropped, right? Because we didn't know anything of the game. The thing is, we know about XDefiant, we just don't know about the release date yet. And I think in some ways it's even strategically smart to kind of shadow drop it, because nobody could counter you. But at the same time, in terms of the window of release, it is highly unlikely that Call of Duty would change its release window to come out earlier to like basically, stick it to XDefiant or anything like that, especially since the games in and of themselves are having that hard of a time releasing properly and fully and completely, especially since we now know that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, the upcoming Modern Warfare 3, has only had like 1 year of development time, and they probably got a shit ton of developers working on it upon all the 3 different groups and all that other stuff. So yeah. So yeah, I have a hunch, just a gut feeling that XDefiant might be shadow dropped. But the thing is, in terms of this theory and what I just mentioned, do you guys agree or do you disagree? Do you see this happening or do you not see it happening, and why? And on top of that, I also want to know if you guys see this as do you see this as an interesting strategic plan in terms of release and impact of the game, or do you guys see it as a bad thing because people just need to know the release date? I mean, the biggest reason why people would want to know the release date, especially for a free-to-play game, the biggest reason why people would want to know the release date is so that way they could kind of plan around it. So that way, if they plan on taking time off, right? If they plan on taking time off in order to play the game and to grind the game and all that other stuff, obviously there's that. But ultimately, beyond that, does it really matter when you announce your release date of the game? I mean, if it were to just release, it's like, boom. So I'm calling it now. I think there's at least a 50-50 chance that this game gets shadow dropped. I know it's just a theory, and I know that it's more likely to not happen rather than to happen. But I'd say in this case, it's very interesting because, again, they don't have a release date. They've seen the impact of a game like Sci-Fi Rush. We've seen the fact that Halo Infinite, as its multiplayer itself, got shadow dropped in a sense, like 3 weeks ahead of time. They didn't announce anything specifically. There were rumors going around that they might do it, but but nobody knew that for sure. And then they had a video made, and then wham bam, Joseph Staten got on there and said, "Hey guys, with the team behind his back, they're like, I'm pleased to announce that your multiplayer journey begins today." And then after that, people got on multiplayer, and the rest is history, right? So XDefiant is a multiplayer only game, and it's a free to play game on top of it. So with Xbox Game Pass, people got Hi-Fi Rush, which shadow dropped, right? Which means if you had a subscription, I mean, you got to play that game for free. I mean, you're just paying for the subscription price, blah, blah, blah. Halo Infinite's multiplayer was free. So, and I don't even think you need Game Pass to play Halo Infinite's multiplayer either for free. I sincerely mean that. I don't think you do. So when you look at it from that point of view, what do you guys think? Do you think it's a probability that the game will ultimately shadow drop? And do you agree with it? Or does it not matter to you? I would really like to know down in the comment section, because honestly, I think it would be quite impactful if XDefiant were to just shadow drop out of nowhere. Because when you put everything together, it's like, when you read between the lines, it could be a hint. Again, it could be nothing, but it could be something, right? So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Do you think there's going to be a shadow drop or not? And are you for it or are you not? Let me know. Hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comment section. Catch you guys on the next one. See ya.